Pipelines, fill the on-site refinery, and launch the goods back to orbit. Nothing could be simpler. Get to work, Roughnecks.
Check out these monster spitballer.
Did not see.
This is a stream hot drop, boy. He just came in shouting, kill this shit. Let's go.
Are you Serbian by any chance?
Jack requested and is inbound.
Am I Serbian? No.
Yeah. Oh, Brood next is guys over there.
I killed the loot bug. And I'm
Nope, nope,
And
nope,
another
nope, I'm not dying.
spitball.
All right, let's get the pump jacks hooked up to the refiner.
Oh my god, scout sucks.
on the move.
Watch it. Oh yeah.
There is a speedballer down there as well.
Shoot the Nexus.
Scout is fucking great, by the way. I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't kill shit with it.
Die, creep.
Yet, because you don't have stuff upgraded. Praetorian, just so you know.
Die, you fucking communist.
And I died in the corner over here.
Really need to provide some better equipment.
Oh my god, I got some shitty announcement saying that some asshole is up, is alive now. Into Discord.
Loot bug eliminated.
Counting on you, Scout. The technical, oh my god.
I got eaten by a leech.
Gig taking a work call again, or what's happening?
Oh, I'm drilling.
Well,
Really?
stop drilling and revive both of us.
What?
And there is a leech above me right now.
Oh no. God, nah, Gig.
It's overheated.
So don't let the leech kill you.
Oh no, yeah, no, don't let anything disturb you, Gig. Just two teammates on the ground. I'm drilling.
I'm the one actually doing my job.
Congrats, man. Your job is killing bugs if it's a hot drop. Just like everyone else's job.
Love the soul. So, if we got dwarven nicknames, what is your nickname?
The salt miner.
Salty.
Red sugar.
Let's get them more hype.
Request accepted. Stand clear. Pump Jack inbound.
That's all you got.
I'm going to Serbia.
Watch the leech.
Jack's here. Let's get it hooked up
Traveling
the
to
refiner.
Balkan.
Oh.
Told you watch the leech.
Big brain plays over here. Another brood mother. Brood nexus, whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. You're a trooper.
And it's dead.
Think you can kill me? Don't think again. Lighting.
Right, Scout. First mission. Nitra.
Wait a second. Kill this shit.
Look there. There is nitro over here. Nitro.
Not this one. I can access that. I shot you a platform over there and marked it twice.
Do you think I pay attention to what you're doing?
Obviously, no one does.
Yeah.
Wonder why. Oh my god, I got lag.
Come on, Salty.
You should need precious mineral. It will get you killed.
Do you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm doing this solo with my turrets. I got friends.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that you. Fuck you, you fucking communist!
Now, how am I going to save you over there, Serbia? Zero situational awareness.
I can't carry anymore.
You think I wanted to die up there?
He does.
See, you're useful. Somehow, sometimes, maybe. I don't know you shit.
I know.
Just my dwarf talking. My dwarf is stupid.
Next Nitro is directly under you.
Yeah. So let me just still try
Yes.
to figure out how this game works.
Making a deposit.
I'm sorry, I'm just guiding you to my platforms. Gently leading you to the, you know? Can't lead a horse to... How does the saying go? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Fuck horse.
I hear a battery. Cargo crate.
Pump jack launched. Stay clear from the impact zone.
This is fun.
I kind of need a supply drop.
An order one.
What?
Not enough nitro.
Wait, not enough nitro, really?
I'll beat your record.
You surprised?
this time. Just watch me.
Yeah, I mean, you have such an awesome scout.
Resupply order. Things about to
Supply drop has
Well, I had to kill a loot bug with a satchel charge, so...
I mean, I had nitro on me, I was just didn't.
What is here?
You know you can pickaxe them, right?
Ammo taken.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Gig.
We got a swarm incoming.
No, fuck that. I don't get my pickaxe 30.
Thank you.
Swarm? They're here.
Form. Oh my god! Scout gun has a 25 bullets. Really?
Get away from me!
Jeez. Right.
Warden coming.
Boys, are you blind? Take out that warrior! It's protecting the pass!
Getting fucking light up the room. Forget that's my dark house.
All of them dead. Bowling ball. Multiple bowling balls.
Where did you order that supply drop?
Next to the...
Oh, nice.
Oh, I have 14 bullets. There.
Grabbing ammo. I needed that. It's the ammo, boys! Getting more ammo!
Oh, that's Jeff. Steve.
Spent this whole fight running away from bugs.
Same. Did we even find all the things yet?
I found 2.
Here's a pump check.
Here is an Enor Pearl.
Okay, that's what I was doing.
Do you need?
I will show
platform?
you the world.
Alright, so you don't need a platform.
Huh?
Do you need a platform?
I need a new way to live.
There's one right here. Yeah. I'll go build it.
More nitro.
You said you found an Enor Pearl.
I dropped it on. There's a nitro there.
I just love manual labor. It's a matter of balance.
Fuck. Yeah, good luck. I fucked that up.
If you want something done, you better do it yourself.
Platform up.
Gold under it. If you find the time.
Mission.
One pipeline completed.
And yeah,
Compact
usually
connected to refinery.
when we walk out of the room, just shoot 1 or 2 flares so that we can see the bugs. And afterwards, try to light up as much of the walls as you can so I can shoot all of the platforms. And then how and when you grab all of the nitro is up to you, basically.
As long as you grab it.
Whoosh.
Some more nitro.
Right here.
Oh. Drop the pearl all the way down.
Rubbish equipment.
Just throw it towards the.
Now platform it up. Pro gamer move. Can someone come to the pit that I'm in so we can juggle this Enor Pearl out of here?
There you are.
Never mind. Found a hole. Thanks, Driller.
See,
No
he's
juggling
not useless.
required.
I mean, it's not like he's not useless. It's
I'll
just
be
like
dreaming of pipes.
we got used to his uselessness.
Nah, it's just that I don't understand, you know? I don't understand how I can say twice I'm dead and just not paying attention to what your team does, you know? I literally do not understand how that works.
Pipe segment done.
Are you dead again?
No.
But he could be, and you wouldn't know.
Exactly. I hear the battery again. Fuck, this battery is mine.
Maybe I
A bunch of gunk seeds where I am.
Yeah, shoot down most of them.
I'm off.
I die a little inside every time I have to take up.
Did someone see a cargo crate?
Nope.
Yeah.
Mark
I'll go
it when
pick
if you can.
Didn't I already mark it? I think it's there.
Cool. Yeah, markers disappear after 30 seconds. I really need that mod that makes them stay for
Second
2
pump
minutes.
connected. You're almost there.
Lighting up.
Wait, there's a mod for that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
And is it verified?
I don't
I
know.
have no idea. But that's what the guy told us when you asked him about mods. It's one of the ones he's using.
Yeah.
Still hear one.
Look at me, I'm a scout going up on platforms and getting nitro.
Can't carry anymore.
Nice. You keep doing that
I'm totally
because I don't see any nitro anyway.
Nitro back here. Where I am.
smooth operator.
Nope. Tight.
Alright. You hear me, Serbia?
Yeah, what's up? Oh, see it. One way.
So much better than
Found the
walking.
second battery.
He's no longer named Serbia, by the way. He's named Criminal.
Excuse me, that's war criminal to you.
Confirmed scan. Glyph Dreadnought on intercept course. Get ready.
You know, I'm gonna sharpen it up.
Alright, where do we take our stand, Dreadnought?
Where's the dreadnought?
You didn't hear the mission control guy?
No, let's come to the center position. What you talking about? Ooh.
And it's brother.
Okay. What the fuck? One just ran past me.
Holy shit.
You're distant. The
Nope.
lacerator is extremely
Nope.
dangerous.
Nope. Nope. I know the fuck out of this. Why is everyone on me? What the fuck?
I am so low on HP, man. And he had to come for me, obviously.
You ran around for 5 minutes with low HP, not looking for red sugar. I didn't want to say anything. You're gonna learn one way or another, Gig. Me telling you isn't helping him, it seems.
I don't need no red sugar. I need bullets, that's what I need. I'm gonna call in a supply drop.
With what nitro exactly?
We got plenty.
Tripod launched. Better stand back.
Focus on the other one, the yellow one.
Resupply arrived. Go.
No.
Just wasting bullets.
Yeah, but I can see the other one. Where is he?
I don't know, just avoid the orange one until the yellow one shows up.
The yellow one is right behind you guys.
I'm taking some of the ammo.
I'm almost died. Alright, never mind.
Motherfucker doesn't freeze.
Don't let the lacerator get too close.
Yo. You just ping pong balled me across the room.
Yeah. Oh.
No ammo left.
Feel much better now.
Why is he always on me, you fucking communist?
You're saying that like it's a bad thing. You know that Dave is a true-born communist, right?
I'm not gonna even comment that.
Always said I'm an anarchist, Gig. Two different things.
No, actually it's not. Communist anarchist, same shit.
Yeah, for sure. Political science major speaking, right?
Huh?
Oh boy. I got you.
Ammo taken.
We survived this. I will not believe it.
I was sneezing, just came under me.
Getting more
I'm gonna take the last supply. No, I'm not.
Oh my fucking god.
grabbing ammo.
Guys. Stupid.
What the fuck?
Can we just kill the yellow one? He's almost dead. Nice. Oh my god.
Hey, I'm not the enemy.
He's pissed.
Out of ammo. Lacerator eliminated.
See?
Can't believe we survived that.
I mean, I
Why?
because we suck.
Where's the last thing? Up there.
There is a warden up there.
One down, more to go.
Ugh. 8 bucks. Oh my god. Fucking Netflix.
Follow this.
And it's still there. This shit has so little bullets, it's unbelievable.
Your primary?
Yeah.
I gotta watch the overheating.
I'm out of bullets again.
Go look for nitro then. I built the pipe.
Trying to find that. Old. Oh.
It's overheated.
Right.
Oh, I'm in the wrong position.
Really? There's Nitra. What's going on?
We have a situation here.
What's the situation?
Can you build that? Can you put a platform?
No, you finish what you started.
I'm crying, what the fuck? What is it? Over there, alright, we're at least moving the right way. Yes, you got it, you got it.
I got no ammo. You grab. Hey, fucking. Let's fight. Do this later.
See cover. The Beckons are here.
How much shit do we have? How much nitra?
I have 35 on me, 34.
Oh,
And I get grabbed.
Calling another resupply.
We have for one more, I guess. And I don't see any nitro anywhere, by the way.
that's because we... Oh no, come on.
What?
No, no. You assholes. I got tears in my eyes, man.
Oh, grab her. Why didn't you say something?
Oh, somebody saw it.
I saw it.
Grab her. Just fucking warn us.
I saw it. And I shot him down.
Oh, motherfucker.
Weird.
I'm in trouble. Ah,
Oh, I have no bullets. I forgot. Fuck. Did you order a resupply?
Yeah, it's here.
Keep fighting, team. You're almost through the wave.
Oh my god, secondary on this is fucking shit.
Got a bunch of flyers on me, man. Be careful. It's a bomber and shit.
Oh, I got turret support. I'm good. As long as they have ammo, I'm fine.
Round is on me.
Line is up.
Right, let's finish that pipe.
Oh, nitro there. Okay. Go.
It's gonna be the sickest ride.
A to D, skipping B and C. Done.
Roll there. Roll up. Junk.
Need your platform?
Nope.
All pipelines and pump jacks built.
This is the sickest ride, man. Telling you, look at this.
And start up the pump sequence.
Whoa.
There is an achievement, I think, that for a ride that you can ride for 120 seconds.
Shouldn't have told us that.
Yep, there is an achievement. I was thinking of actually playing a game with the heads one and make it all around the map. So I can get that achievement.
Not for that.
Flares up.
Let's start pumping.
Yep.
Gun
The liquid
seed.
morkite is being extracted. Refinery and all pump jacks
Gun
are working
seed.
at full capacity. Be warned, the noise will draw in the locals. So stay on your toes and do what you can to
Gun seed.
protect and maintain.
Okay, we need 2 more gun seed.
Wave alert. The noise from the refinery is attracting the bugs. Get ready for a
And we
scuffle.
have more nitro. We need 20 more nitro for. Oh, oppressor. That way.
Gotta go slow. Time for a launch go.
Liquid morkite is being extracted. Pump sequence at 25%. We got a leak. Locate it and fix it.
I'm almost out of ammo again.
We need 20 more nitro so we can order 2 resupplies.
2? You just need 1.
However, still have malfunctions in the system.
Depends on how long this drill's gonna take.
It shouldn't take too long, man.
But there are more outstanding issues. All pipelines fixed and operational again.
We need 2 more gang seats, by the way.
We got bugs, lots of
That is you, Scout.
We're halfway through the pump sequence. Liquid
How the hell
milk
is
has
that
been
me?
refined.
We need Crazy to come online so he can get these rewards.
More here, right? Oh, there is a bunch of nitro here.
Compressor. Paint. Judging by the projectiles that are hitting me. Menace.
No, Menace.
Menace.
Fuck.
There it is.
Pipeline jammed. See to it.
She went underground.
That up.
I see it.
Found one more gunk seat next to the...
Find one more, yeah, as well.
Secondary objective completed. Fine job.
Man is above us. It was just here.
This
I
pipeline
don't know where
is
it went.
fixed, but you need to clear all malfunctions in order for the refinery to run.
I'm on 2. So you're on 2, never mind.
Ramming speed!
Spitters. On the
Oh
ceiling.
my god. Will you? And there is a menace up there again.
I'm out.
I don't have any bullets.
Menace.
Like right?
Pipeline repaired, but other pipelines are
Dead.
still malfunctioning.
Really? I fell down. Oh, this was good.
Extraction is back up and running. Let's hope it stays that way. Pump sequence at 75%.
That should be it, I guess.
Squeeze those wells dry.
Yeah, money for an extra
Bugs, get
resupply.
ready.
Let me put another resupply here.
Nice.
Hang in there.
Didn't you call a resupply earlier? What is it? I needed it.
Huh?
Warden on this side.
Yeah.
Time to restart. Watch your fire.
Excellent work, miners. All liquid morkite has been processed and the cargo rocket is fully loaded. All systems are go. Just press the launch button.
Yeah. I tried my best.
It wasn't good enough.
And it was. Got the warden, I got the wave that came with the warden.
The Praetorian, look.
No, for that I need the resupply.
Behind ya.
I need that
Call
resupply.
it? Call it. What the fuck are you waiting for?
Getting supply!
Gamer Plus with a 13-month sub, man. What's up, man? How you doing? Good morning. Happy New Year, brother.
Look, man, Nitro.
Well, put the platform under it. Actually, I saw this, but it was so small amount that like 5 nitra. They didn't even bother going for it.
Another day.
Afternoon.
The difference between supply and not supply.
Wow, those computers.
Can I call the rocket?
Yeah. Give it up.
Fly, baby, fly!
Oh shit. Dorian, it's super low health. Come on. You left me.
Where? I'm on my way.
It's dead.
One more resupply and
Cargo rocket is
get out.
returning to orbit. We're sending in the drop pod to get you out.
Nice.
Hang tight.
Ready to kill some more crates. Never felt better.
Yeah. This is some sugar.
The hell is?
Grabbing ammo.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Eat, lad.
Wee!
An axe for you.
I'm out. See ya, loser.
What is it?
Here I come.
There's a machine event out claim loot. Claim it.
Jesus Christ.
Do you know what, King? Next time I find it, I'm gonna send you an email, alright?
Extraction
Yeah.
commencing. Good
Fuck
Fucking
Discord.
carrier pigeon.
No, you're trash, Matt. You gonna join us, Matt?
She wanna know me. I stay low key, all gas, no brakes, baby, let them hoes sleep. Body on 10, make
Going out shortly, alright.
way never out of my lane. Feel like you one and I'm on one. So what it's gonna be? Baby squad,
Enjoy 2022.
Fuck 2022.
Exactly. See if Crazy is in.
Are they pulling another one in the game or what? What's going on?
Yeah, another one should have joined by now.
on try, baby, I think you should side with me. Stay solid one time, you lie with me. Just promise you never lie to me. Keep the moves on tuck. It's all up. Everything good, keep the vibes on crush.
Okay, go put craft more overclocks. Should have money for it, I think. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, clean overclock.
2022, year of the COVID version apocalypse. Alright, might be it. We never know at this point.
Clean overclock.
Where's our Kansas friend?
I don't know, we should be here.
Keep your mind on me. On try, baby, I think you should side with me. Stay solid one time if you lie with me. Just promise you never lie to me. Keep the moves on tuck. I know everything good. Keep the vibes on crush. I know it's all good. Know it's all.
Next up, salvage operation.
Balanced overclock, start forging. And I don't think I have any more resources for the more forges,
Mission is
for the
ready.
more
The pod
overclocks.
is prepped. Come on board the drop pod.
Right.
Give me a second. Oh, did I get? What did I get? Victory move. Fuck you. Yeah, I need more Bismore. Like a lot more Bismore.
Those we lost.
I don't know how, but some of the special resources are very easy to find. Like Humanite or whatever. I have over 2,000 of it. And then you have Bismore that I have 36 of.
Cheers, Mike. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know when you guys are ready. I think Crazy's coming in. His Discord just turned green.
I got fucking 650 biz more.
Oh, you're fucking rich.
No, like they're orange. They're not even that hard to see.
They're not hard to see. They're just rare, I guess.
Not if you do missions where the resource is abundant.
Wow, never thought of that. Thank you so much for that awesome idea.
What biome is it? Dense biozone. Do 2 or 3 missions there and you'll be stocked up. Make it Mineral Mania or something and you'll fucking stumble over those deposits.
Give me a second here.
Get on board! We're about to leave!
Drop sequence initiating. Fasten your seatbelts.
I really don't want to die down here!
Pull yourself together, you weaklings!
Get ready to rumble!
This is a salvage mission. A previous crew lost their mini-mules, their drop pod, and their lives in this cave. Find and repair the lost mules, get the drop pod operational, and return to base. Expect heavy infestation, and try not to mess it up like your former colleagues.
Sorry, little brother. Your own fault for being full of...
Let there be light!
You're cute, but you're dead.
Took out a loot bug! likes you! I'm with you beardless thunderman! Lights up!
Take a disciplined whale piper!
Ha! Who's gonna protect you now? Take it out! Come and get some! I need the mule right here, right now.
Good!
Onward and
Nitro!
check out these two!
Stop shooting me!
Cliff is Wharton down! Next one. Ow! That hurt! Right there! You want some more? That was great. Give it here. That's all!
Zip line
Shoot the
ready.
Nexus! Lighting up! Meet your maker, Creep! Lighting! Fly, monster! There's Nitro over here!
Inventory is full.
Ah, it's getting into all my nooks and crannies!
I need the damn minecart on legs. Where is it? Nitro!
One platform, ready to use.
I should call for the mule. Talk to Reaper. Let's get the mule.
One sentry gun, ready to be fed.
Vaporize.
Nicely done, team. You secured yourself a nice bonus.
Yeah?
Don't shoot me!
Clifford Warden is history!
Suck on this, you freaking nature! Careful! Lifted oppressor down!
You're blind, there's a mini-mule here! Yeah? Trigger discipline whale piper!
Warden's down! Now kill the rest of them!
Here's something for you all late.
What? We order some lighter, like really soon.
Ready to be filled.
was for the taking. Guess I needed a home.
Medics are for pansies.
You were good on your own.
That was close. Thank you.
I know I was waking up. Didn't know it would mess me up. Yeah. Really awakened up. Say you wanna talk again, but it's time I do this my way. I don't wanna be a friend. If we hit our expiration date, I want you to feel the
Let's
weight,
stick
feel the
together from now on.
when we came to an end. You don't get to call me up, tell me that you need forgiveness. You're
Zip line done.
called it off, broke my heart in just a minute. No, didn't get to call it love when it wasn't even close. Should've known you were something that would mess with my mind. Oh, but I won't put the blame on me. Yeah, I won't even mercy. Yeah.
Mule is functional again. Great work.
Molly, over here.
It's time to do this my way. I don't wanna be a friend. We hit our expiration date. I want you to feel the weight, feel the hate that I felt when we came to an end.
Let there be noise. Back off.
Call me
Resupply ordered.
Stand back. Supply pod inbound.
What I found. Platform site.
Resupply arrived. Go restock. Ready to kill some more crates. Red sugar. Attention. Let's show them something much better now. Proper here.
Platform.
I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. First it was the femur, now I want the bands. Spending on the back like here I go again. Outside says the chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma make, keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different when the fever's on? Every day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. I city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon. I've been winning, I'm like, why me? I heard these labels wanna buy me. I don't need you, boo, I style me. I roll G's, you find me.
Mule powering up. Good work.
Pull 'em out of blame, money made me change. Cardi in my ring when I'm switching lanes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Now I got a
Move your tin ass over here and hurry, please.
I got hustles in like 80 ways. Kids if you won't take a lazy day. Wife, you want me to take a break.
Everyone, can I get some attention?
Then it's triple
See
to my
here.
Zibo Bay. If I take the job, bet I get it done. I said it before, I'm a 101. I just caught some ones.
Getting more ammo.
Fornicate the funds, money made me calm. Diamonds on your neck, they on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock a vest. You want the chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch?
just like when we first met. Oh, I don't care, it's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without you.
Yeah.
I know you feel the same.
I needed that. God again.
And I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I'm yours, baby. So come give me
The mules are heading back. Follow them and let's get that drop pod fixed. Remember, you can always deposit on the side of the drop pod.
Let's race Molly back to the drop pod.
All mules secured. Now to get the pod working. First, establishing a proper connection between the pod and the space rig. Set up the uplink. Nitro has been withdrawn and supply pod is inbound. Uplink ready. Triangulation initiated. Do not leave the triangulation zone or we will lose the connection. We only got one shot at this.
Here, get into cover.
You need to stay inside the triangulation zone. Get back in there. Return to the triangulation zone. We're losing your connection. Do not leave the triangulation zone. We're losing you.
Won't you hold me like I'm yours? Show me that you're yours. You know just what I want. Won't you love me like the last time? Like our time was right now. Show me what it's about. Love me till the morning. Love me in the evening. You know what I want. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, babe. So come give me love.
Team me up with a bunch of green beards like that.
Won't you love me
Crap
like
sand.
love me in the evening, you know what I want. Won't you hold me like I'm yours? Show me that I'm yours. You know just what I want. Won't you love me like the last time? Like our time was right now. Show me what it's about. Love me till the morning. Love me in the evening. You know what I want. All of your love.
Tunnel rat. May your beard be thick and your gold satin. For continued survival. Yeah, right. Darkness, my friend.
Drop pod is ready. Time to leave.
No! All of this!
To a successful mission.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Never
the
felt
stuff.
better.
Yeah.
Drop sequence initiating.
Come on, guys, we're leaving.
I'm not sorry, cause that was intentional. I meant every word that I said. Yeah. You get angry with me cause I'm flexible. And of how I like things in the bed. Oh, no. My heart's like an ocean. It's deep and it's open. The one thing I promise, I always be honest. Eternal devotion. If we keep things open, if you love all of me, then you let me be free. If you love me, then you let me be free.
Drop sequence initiating.
If you love me,
Get in my gut.
Suit up. Let's roll.
I needed that.
Drop
Slam it.
sequence initiating. Fasten your
so it's
seatbelts.
nothing you own. No. I wanna
Action
smell
time.
the shit. It means that I'm not. My heart's like an ocean. It's deep and it's open. The one thing I promise, I always be honest. Eternal devotion. If we keep things open, if you love all of me, then you let me be free. If you love me, then you let me be free. If you love me,
I'd always make that sound.
Stop your whining. You're making my ears hurt. Here we go.
Let there
This
be.
is a salvage mission. A previous crew lost their mini-mules, their drop pod, and their lives in this cave. Find and repair the lost mules, get the drop pod operational, and return to base. Expect heavy infestation, and try not to mess it up like your former colleagues.
if we keep things open, if you love all of me,
Die!
then you let me be free. If you love me,
Over here by the marker point.
yeah.
Look over here! You bomber incoming! You bug looting! Crawlers! Lloyd! Lighting! Bounce a right drive! Duke bug, open!
I like you. For rock and stay! You shouldn't eat precious minerals. It will get you killed. Loot bug, open! Think you can kill me? Well, think again!
Eat it!
There! Time to pay Molly a visit. Shoot it!
Hey, I'm not the enemy.
Heal, place.
Ah, it's hard to move.
I owe you one, brother. I'm your friend, so it's on your slippery shit. Axe on, axe on. Shoot them! Go with me! I hope that was falling on fire! Run for cover! Grenade! I'm gonna kill you all!
Light! Watch where you're shooting, moron! Smooth!
Coordinates downloaded.
Red sugar will make you feel better.
Much better. Loot buck down. I'm full. Heading to the mule. Loot buck hot.
Mule operational. Well done.
Back on his back before he gets close.
I'm having the best time in my life right now. out fast. I'm fine. It's just a pleasure.
Mission locked in. Powering up the drop pod.
A set of backbreakers for the thirst and some ice for my backloid.
Come on, you lazy bastard!
Bottoms up, yeah!
Never been better.
Feel much better now.
Drop sequence initiating. Fasten your seatbelts.
Could you please hurry up? We're leaving! Let's roll!
Drop sequence initiating.
Snake eyes.
I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't a home with my soul.
Let's hit it.
Drop sequence initiating.
This ain't a home with my soul. I can't sit still for a minute. Set on indifference. Keep it Charlie, stay down with them dance. Let's get around like it's the 80s. Right round, let's keep spinning. Let's keep playing these games that we don't want to finish. And I'm sorry if that sounds a bit bitter, but I am to the core. You want the whole damn thing, then you ask him for more. You want that old jive swing, you take up all of the floor. I'm fine with standing at the edge of the door. You be the life of the party. I blend in with the core. You drink it all to Bacardi. Let's take it back before this started. You want the love, I don't got it.
We die! I love you guys!
I'm hungry.
Check your gear and let's go!
This is a salvage mission. The previous crew lost their mini-mules, their drop pod, and their lives in this cave. Find and repair the lost mules, get the drop pod operational, and return to base. Expect heavy infestation, and try not to mess it up like your former colleagues.
Why you always gotta go? This ain't a home with your Why you always gotta go?
You're cute, but you're dead.
I killed a loot bus, and I'm not so proud about it.
Too scared to usher you off. Sorry, Mom. I just thought you were mine. Now you're not. And I'm just sitting, smoking, sloping in the days. Cause my days ain't been the same. I drove your ass away. I remember the way you wrote letters.
It's me, you arswipe!
Fuck would your crew think? And they're gonna your pops probably wanna beat my ass to death and take a piss in my cat. But I got sick of fighting, bickering, fussing over nothing, cussing instead of fucking watching the death of discussions that we once had, days that we once spent in the backseat of our cars, poems at sunset. It's funny how love can fall out the foreground, get pushed into the back.
Go Crusher! Why are you shooting at me, you slapshot dimwit?
Point is up!
Nathan!
Stop shooting!
Coordinates transferred. Gotta check my terrain scanner. Impact axe!
Well done. The mule is working again.
Take that! I'm with you! Oh! Watch it! My bag is Pop the big one!
Lift it, Menace! Seek cover! Lift it, Menace, down! One very Lights up! I made a platform. Menace! Kill it before it hides! Lift it! Down! Platform place. Let there be light. There's one for Carl. Anyone needs ammo? There's nitro here.
Well done. Mule repaired.
Thanks. I owe you one, brother.
Sorry. You're all Don't got room for more.
Lights up!
Secondary objective completed. Now finish the job.
Flares up! Ow! That was cool. Thank you, pal.
some free space. Be gone! That's it. That's full.
Kill it before somebody gets hurt! Sweet!
Wally is on the way. Worthless, but fun to destroy. Oh yeah. Core infuser here. Get ready. I've activated the machine.
Supply pod requisitioned. Launching now.
Time to restock! See here. Marker eyes! Are you blind? Look over here by the marker point. Lighting! I need more ammo. I'm taking some of the ammo. That is the spot. One sentry gun ready to be built. Sentry on.
Mark! Getting supplies.
Platform.
Getting more ammo. Look there.
Sentry gun needs assembling. Ready to shoot.
If this doesn't start it, whack it with a pickaxe. could do this in my sleep. Matrix core inserted.
Core infuser activated. Come on, Lady Luck. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. I found a prospector.
Ordering a hacking
Need a hacking
pod.
pod.
Yeah, you loud and clear, team. Hacking pod is coming. Better stand back.
Let's clear them out.
Hacking pod has arrived. Get it connected to the prospector data deposit.
Let there be light. Eat land! Zippity!
Everyone, can I get some attention? Attention! Marker up! Look!
I called for the mule.
I'm setting up transmitter node.
It's all right angle. Transmitter node on the way.
Hey, guys! Help me set up the transmitter nodes! Oh,
Connection established to the data deposit. Activate the hacking drone when you're ready.
Yeah, give me some sugar.
down the hatch!
What I found? Platform! Platform! Let there be light! Whoosh!
Hacking pod here!
Platform!
Supplies are on the way.
Ready to use. Platform up!
I'm activating the
Supply pod
hacking
is here.
drone!
Everybody connect that connection.
Deployed up!
Team, it's hacking time. Protect the hacking drone.
Friendly
We've
fire!
got bogeys on the hacking drone.
One sentry gun ready to be built.
The smell! It lingers!
The hacking drone is under attack. Keep it safe so it can work.
What's your fire door on me?
Stop shooting, you crapping ear leak longer.
We need some pest control on the hacking drone. Hacking drone under attack. Blasted. The hacking drone has stopped. Clear those critters off it now.
Fire! Get back to work! Shield up!
The hacking drone is at it again. Keep the hacking drone secure. The hacking drone is under attack. Keep it safe so it can work. Hacking has been interrupted. Get whatever is attacking the drone off it.
Start hacking ASAP! Start hacking again!
It's me, you die like your mother.
Hacking commencing again. We got bogeys on the hacking drone.
Lighting!
You fearless blunderbuss! Bloody hell, you're hot to kill!
Control box pacified. We can hack it now. Die, infernal machine. Zip control box. It tingles weirdly when you touch it. I got the deposit.
I'm taking some of the ammo. Much better.
Data cell secured. Another successful stab at our rivals.
Yo, I pitch wisdom for the kids, though. Solid as a prism, keeps a funky rhythm. If I want it, I go and get it. My blood thicker than water, we up like a zipper. My jeans seem like
Here we go.
I'm elevating and crashing in the bed, but instead I hit my rooftop and watch the world go. Penning this shit inside my journal. Look up at the
Yeah,
stars as I
give
burn
me
slow.
some
Head to the
sugar.
veil over by Strauss. We in the house with the herbal. As I throw on my starter, once my ignition start up, it's go time. And we ain't even hit our prime in no time. In the city living, spending past our limits. Put my all up in it, only play to win it. What's the status quo? What's the scenario? Kicking mad way fast.
Platform, guys.
Save a dough. Put them to the side like a page of dough. Cut them all clean like a tape of dough. Really think you dream until you wake up though.
Maybe we're not gonna die after all.
To fuck them if they ain't part of the process, can't trust them. Double cup and sipping, bought a new roll, eating churros. Shorty ass fat like a sumo, and I'm high off the
Flares up!
Chilling with the crew, playing Uno. Niggas trying to front, but it's cool though.
Where is that damn killer?
Trying to get the moolah copper too.
Lighting up!
A big crib with a blue nose. Stepping
I
to
wanna
my
get
dreams
this
like it's
ready.
Euro. Playing pool with the cool.
I like the sound of that.
Shorty asking what's my shoe size. She think I'm too fly, but I'm really too.
Look out! We got my terrace bomb!
Tell her bye-bye, already got my
Ow! Hold this!
Bring the pain!
I'm wondering if
The mules are heading back. Follow them and let's get that drop pod fixed. Remember, you can always deposit on the side of the drop pod.
It's heading for the
one sensor gun ready to be built.
All mules secured. Now to get the pod working. First, establishing a proper connection between the pod and the space rig. Set up the uplink.
everyone.
What's it like?
Attention. So long, suckers. Blind guys.
Hang in there. Supplies are on the way.
Eat it.
Resupply arrived. Go
Stand take it.
One sentry gun ready to be built. Sentry on.
Here I come.
Sentry gun needs assembling.
Uplink ready. Triangulation initiated. Do not leave the triangulation zone or we will lose the connection. We only got one shot at this.
Out of ammo! Hold your breath. Gas butt is leaking.
Triangulation at 50%.
Ain't no hiding from me, fuck.
Light is up. Friendly! Friendly!
Triangulation at 75%. Almost there.
I got the Praetorian.
Uplink triangulation completed. Remote control reestablished. Stand by, sending in fresh fuel cells for the drop pod. Fuel cells arrived. Connect them to the drop pod by dragging out the charge cable.
Be gone!
Fuel cells connected. Now you just need to prep the fuel cells and the charge sequence will begin.
Lighting up!
Die worthless Christian.
One sentry gun ready to be built. Sentry off. Thank you, Chief.
Resupply ordered.
Supply pod launched. Better stand back.
Getting supply. Oh yeah.
Resupply pod is here. Everybody collect ammunition. I'm taking some of the ammo. Yeah?
I made a platform.
Over here by the marker point.
Platform.
Attention!
Access provided.
Look there.
Fuel cells charging. Stay close to keep them operational. We're expecting an increase in hostiles.
fire, moron!
I hope that isn't on top.
Eat it!
Fuel cells at 50%.
Getting more ammo! I'm not
Hey,
one of them,
I'm
you
not being
knobhead
late.
alien! Stop!
Slow grenade! Take it easy!
Fuel cells at 75%. You're almost there.
Son of a bitch!
I hope that was on top.
Stupid!
Take that!
Explosive! Nice!
Fuel cells fully charged. Drop pod engine powering up. Hold your ground. We're almost ready to pull you and the goods out.
Kill me! Well, think again!
Lighting!
Pod reactor spooling up.
Bam! And good boy!
Watch where you're shooting, moron!
Onboard mainframe booting. Calculating orbital trajectory.
One sensor ready to kill!
Powering radiation shielding.
Watch it, you blind silent thing!
Decom operational.
This is for you!
Took out a loot box.
Pod thrusters calibrated.
Leave me.
Drop pod powered up and ready to leave. It's time to bring it all home. Get on board, we're leaving with or without you.
Only you see
Retrieving escape pod.
You do!
Yeah! Forging weapon overclock.
Alright, taking a quick break.
See you later.
Yep.
I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, see you guys in a minute.
Not bad. Not bad.
I'll take it. I like script. Scriptastic. Script. I choose you. Yoink! This is nice. Oh, sweet. Definitely this one.
The three of us, we are soldiers. No, we never blush. We are soldiers. The three of us, we are soldiers. My girls are better than your girls, 'cause they're not really girly girls, like a girly girl. They're really cool, not that shallow. Cool, not that
Had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all those lonely nights and heartbreaks. And I feel misplaced without you. Why don't we go back to? Why don't we go back to? Never wanted to end it like we did. I guess shit happens for a reason. But it's like something feels different from back then. Why don't we go back to? Why don't we go back to? Honestly, I'm open wide. I don't feel like waking up without you by my side. I still see your silhouette. Why don't we go back to? Why don't we go back to your bedroom?
What's up, Pinksters? Welcome, welcome. How you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm considering what game I'm gonna play next. Escape for Tarkov or Stellaris. Got a few friends in Discord. Just come off a break. What do you guys think? Stellaris or Tarkov? My only gameplay on Stellaris was 3 hours and I died immediately. Oh, do you have the important DLCs? All but the last one. Alright, that feels like an interesting... That feels like an interesting match. 1,115 hours. Alright. Alright. Sup, Binks? Binks rate power.
Escape from Tarkov. So I decided to pivot briefly and check out this game, particularly because they just put out a new update for it. This is going to be a very honest review of what a new player's typical experience is going to be like. So I'm going to warn you in advance to brace yourselves, because I'm not that great at first-person shooters, so it's not going to be very pretty. I selected Tarkov from the whole genre of shooters because it does have some very interesting game mechanics, and it seems a little different from a lot of those other games out there. This is basically Tarkov in a nutshell. You get dropped into a map, with your goal being to pick up as much loot as possible and escape the map without dying. You're confronted by both AI enemies, known as scavs, and other players, both of which are pretty competent at killing you. This isn't a battle royale, so many individuals can win, so it's simply a matter of escaping alive, which is something I found challenging, among some other challenges even before starting to play. The first challenge I ran into was actually downloading the game. Now, a simple query for Escape from Tarkov will bring up the website, and they make it very obvious where to click to purchase the game. It's a pre-order now because it's in beta. The actual purchase went through a fairly straightforward series of steps, but after buying it I was left scratching my head with how or where on the website to actually download the game. After clicking all the little tabs and menu options, I finally did your basic Google search, which is where I discovered you have to go up to the little profile word at the top, click on that, which will lead you to a game installation. The installation is a two-part process and similar to other games, so not overly complicated. You first download a game launcher, and once that's successful, you execute the launcher and download the game. Both the launcher and the game allow you to customize the drive location of where you want the game to be, which, given the ever-increasing size of games these days, is practically mandatory. Jumping into the game itself was reasonably self-explanatory for me, but that could be because I've watched a number of streamers play the game, so I had an idea of how the flow of things went. But I will say that people who play this game and become good at it do click through a lot of screens very quickly, so you probably should take a little time to familiarize yourself with everything that's available, because there's quite a bit. There's your character and its loadout of gear, a separate screen for your character's health. There's traders which you can buy and sell things from, a hideout which you can upgrade to give you extra benefits in the game, and a whole host of other things I didn't really even get into, but might talk about them later at some point. What I was really wanting to get a feel for was the game itself. Now, when you watch other people playing this game, they make it look easy, but I'm going to tell you that it's not. I spent a lot of time doing this. And this. And this. But I didn't get overly discouraged because I knew that this game does have a bit of a learning curve to it, and I've watched people who started playing this game a couple years ago struggle exactly like I did, then slowly over time get a little better and a little better. Strangely enough, the first time I got dropped into a map, I didn't die, but I did run into a huge number of problems. One
Looks interesting, man.
is that I had no idea what the key
Yeah, one of my
were
friends plays
to be
it
able to
actually.
do anything. And the other really big one was that I had no idea where to exit the map.
5 fucking euros
I
for this
didn't
game.
even know what the map looked like.
Oh, it is
I
a
was
very good
supposed to
game.
be randomly stumbling around until I
45
found
euros,
some
that's
sort of
cheap for a
exit.
game.
There is no in-game map for the player to follow, at least not when you
What's
start.
up, Serbia?
It's a matter of learning the maps and memorizing them to the extent that you know where you're going and what kind of things you're going to find when you get there, including the exit points. I did what I'm sure a lot of other players have done and relied on old Google. Normally, I don't use the internet to look up answers. I hate doing that. But in this case, the chances of me finding the exact location where I'd be able to exit from this rather large map was in reality almost an impossibility. I'm sure if a player did log in a dozen times or so and slowly scoured the map, they could put two and two together and say, hey, this area looks like a tunnel, and I bet you this is the tunnel exit I'm supposed to take. But again, realistically, that would probably take days. So 3 bits of advice to a newbie would be to pull up a map that at least has the exit points marked on it and study it in advance. Do some additional study of the common keybinds And do not do your first raid when night is falling, like I did. What happened to me?
Yeah, man, I'm thinking about playing Escape from Tarkov.
That I found lying around,
Do
basically
you own it?
the leftover bones someone else had left behind. Then decided for my first run, I would just try to learn how to get around and find one of these exit points. But it got dark, and I wound up falling off the edge of a cliff and breaking both my legs. This left my character hopelessly and slowly hobbling around, unable to run and jump effectively, and left me questioning whether I was going to be able to get out of this map even if I did know where I was going. The game did give me some medical supplies by default, a splint to help me heal up my legs a little, some stuff that looked like American cheese that gave me some health back, and some painkillers for at least a short period of time allowed me to move without limping. But those did wear off relatively quickly. When it got dark, it got really dark, and I could barely see where I was going. It wasn't until the moon started to come up and cast a little light in the area that I was able to find the stairs down to the boat dock to one of the exit points. Some players might just crank up the gamma on their
Not cheap enough yet, man. I'll get owned. Yeah, I bet I'll get owned. Never played this type of game before.
Successful raids. After that,
I'm considering it though.
Downhill. I died over and over. Sometimes never even seeing my killer to know where the bullets came from.
Me and Crazy are thinking about going in.
Map with the gear I had brought in and anything I had found, my stockpile of weapons in my stash, and other things like that was dwindling fairly quickly. Now, fortunately, the game does have a little mercy on you, and you can play as two different kinds of people. You can play as your normal character, known as the PMC, or you can enter the map as a player scav. The fundamental differences are this. As a player scav, you're given a set of gear when you enter the map. It's not great gear, but at least you have a gun and a little bit of storage for things on your body, with some other basics. If you exit the map with the gear they gave you and anything else you looted, you get to keep it, the same as if you were playing your main PMC character.
You go to profile and you got a download link there on the top right of the website.
Which is another interesting facet of the game. The more you play and do different kinds of actions, use different kinds of weapons, and a whole variety of different types of functions like that, you essentially level
Oh, so it's got a progression system
related to doing that thing. Now, I'm not talking drastic differences between a person who's level 1 and a person who's level 20. It's not like World of Warcraft leveling, but the improvements are there, and over time, higher level players will have an edge in the way the game
You just rubbish at all FPS games. Matt, what I'm hearing from you is that you want to come show me how good you are and play with us? Is that it?
As a person playing the game, getting better. But back to my experience. It was humbling to say the least. I even resorted a few times to running into the game with the free knife your character has because I was tired of losing things and had the hope of being able to just find some better loot or a gun in the game. Perhaps some leftover backpack another player was unable to carry. Really, anything. I kept dying over and over. But I will say a fair bit of my failure was by my own hand. I didn't seem to be able to hit or kill anything effectively when I was given the chance. Other times when I had a good shot, I had my gun in single shot mode rather than automatic, which would have allowed me to maybe gun them down with a sheer volume of bullets. And I did realize that the odds were against me regarding guns and bullets as well. The game has an incredibly detailed capability in allowing you to construct and assemble a gun that is significantly better than what you're given right out of the bag. You can swap out different stocks, handles.
Oh, so you can modify the weapons too.
Magazines, and even the bullets you put in the magazines make a tremendous difference in the killing power. I was using what I believe to be probably the weakest bullets you can have in the game. They were the ones given to me by default, but I've seen most good players go purchase much more expensive ammunition. But also works a lot better. I went through this death fest with only 2 or 3 successful exits for about 8 hours straight. I just couldn't stop though. I wanted to get a win. I wanted to increase my loot, which is when it dawned on me. This game is actually pretty good. I'd rather have a game that challenges my skills and knowledge and starts out beating me to a pulp than one I'm basically walking through after a few hours, mowing down NPCs with a machine gun, and only occasionally running into a difficult fight with another player. The fact that I wanted to keep going and wasn't getting completely frustrated was enough to tell me there was some underlying draw here. Having a
Yeah, the game seems interesting enough.
is almost always good for a game, but I will caution anyone thinking about picking up Tarkov that it is most likely going to give you the beatdown for a good while. I'm hoping that once I get a little better handle of the maps, the basic keybinds, spawn locations, angles, and strategies, as well as my own aim, I too will improve and not be completely obliterated like I was during this first session. The game plays well, runs smooth, has a lot of detail beyond just the shooting and looting, and is one I'm definitely going to keep revisiting, and giving you occasional updates on progress as well. I hope you enjoyed this noob's first look at Tarkov, and I'll be talking to you later.
It actually looks good, man. Everything you need to know. Oh, from Gamer Ranks.
A game called Escape from Tarkov is being talked about on the internet like crazy. So today Game Ranks would like to tell you everything that you need to know about Escape from Tarkov. So obviously the first thing to tell you about with Escape from Tarkov is that it is an MMO first-person shooter. The game takes place in a fictional city called Tarkov. The city itself apparently exists somewhere in Russia, but is not a Russian city, quote-unquote, but rather some type of a settlement where a conflict is going on between the Russian military and the United Nations. As with a lot of survival games, you'll be battling everything from a military force to apparently hostile environments. Illnesses are part of the mechanics, and radiation poisoning counts as an illness. So, while they haven't explicitly said anything, it sounds kind of like there might be a post-nuclear situation going on here. Whether it was a full-on nuclear war a la Fallout, I don't know, but something has certainly poisoned the landscape for radiation poisoning to be a mechanic. There are people that are saying it has a lot in common with The Division, and it may be superficial, or it could be more as well. It's a little early for that, but there are some very obvious similarities. Certainly in concept, they both sound like very similar games, except for the obvious difference of it being a first-person shooter versus a third-person shooter, which is what The Division is. And just to preface all of the information, I may at times reference The Division, but this video is not a direct comparison between The Division and Escape from Tarkov. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say it, the very first thing I noticed is that this looks like a AAA game. It's actually being developed by a fairly small studio in St.
Looks like a AAA game.
By the name of Battlestate Games. One of the devs worked on Stalker, which, as you remember, was an awesome game. And the studio itself was previously responsible for a game called Contract Wars, which this game apparently shares a world with, not that the two will ever intersect. If this game was coming out of EA, it probably wouldn't be the most impressive thing you've ever seen. But for a game that isn't AAA to look this AAA with this kind of attention to detail, it's pretty extraordinary actually. The environment, the guns, the animation, it's all very impressive. And I'll go into the animation.
The graphics look dope, man.
First, since I brought up EA, and that always makes me sad in some way, I figure I'll counteract that by saying before we even go forward with any other features, there are no microtransactions in this game. You buy the game, you buy the DLC. Those are the things that you pay for. You know, content. I wanted to say that fairly early in this video, on account there's a very large amount of stuff to talk about, and frankly the sad state of how business is done in video games is not something I really want to dwell on. Now to bring up The Division again, The Division is labeled as more of a casual experience that anyone can pick up and enjoy, and that's not a problem. That's actually a good thing. It's cool that people are being introduced to the open world and survival genres in that way, but Escape from Tarkov is not that. Tarkov is labeled a hardcore game, and that doesn't just mean it's easier to die in. The game employs permadeath. Some people argue that makes this much more of a survival game than The Division, and that without having permadeath, you're kind of encouraging an expendable viewpoint. In Escape from Tarkov, you won't just lob characters at a problem, because when they die, well, you lose all your shit. And speaking of that, it looks as though inventory is based on having various containers with you, whether it be your pockets, a pouch, your backpack, or other things. In theory, this would mean you can expand what you can carry by finding more containers. But again, you only live once, so if you find more containers and fill them up with a whole bunch of stuff, you just handed over a real nice inventory over to an enemy, so you're gonna probably want to be strategic with that kind of thing. I'm making the assumption you can probably leave containers in various locations if you want to, because again, this is a very hardcore game that the developers talk about realism quite a bit, and it seems like that kind of an element of strategy is something that you definitely want to engage in. My fingers are crossed because it seems like the possibilities in this game are actually pretty expansive. The combat itself is quite fluid with some very realistic gun mechanics. In fact, in order to talk about exactly how fluid, we need to talk about the animation system. Their animation is a combination of procedural animation with actual keyframed animation. This allows them to do a lot of complicated movement in characters, environments, and the guns themselves that also actually contributes to the mechanics of the game, particularly the gun mechanics. Now, something that seems impressive to people who want to play this game is that a lot of the actions that are done to the guns have multiple animations. For instance, reloading. There is not one single reload animation. Depending on how much experience your character has, they may simply throw the magazine, they may switch it out, they may save the magazine, and that's just the magazine. If that looks varied, shooting has to look varied, and jamming the gun has to look varied, and switching the gun has to look varied. Frankly, there's a lot of animation in this game, and it all kind of seamlessly integrates itself into the game. The character and clothing systems are also very impressive, and the studio posts videos to their YouTube channel that go into pretty intense detail. For a smaller studio without access to hundreds of millions of dollars, this stuff is really impressive, I have to say. It's not just stuff you see up close that's varied, it's also all of the background. And once again, because the studio is not a AAA studio, graphics like this are really impressive. There's going to be a clan system, pretty deep weapons customization, and a crafting element. However, not in the traditional sense that you could find some wood and metal and make a gun. You actually have to find components for a gun, so it's not full-blown Minecraft, so to speak, which is good. You shouldn't really be able to make an advanced rifle out of anything other than advanced rifle parts, and that makes sense. So what exactly sets the game apart? Why are you going to play Escape from Tarkov over The Division? And why are you going to play it over DayZ or H1Z1 or whatever? There's about 500,000 of these games that are out, and frankly, some people consider it an overplayed genre. But if you really think about it, something hasn't really come out that's this big of a jump in this genre. As fun as all those games are, they're all pretty last gen. And while The Division is an impressive game, it's not really the same type of thing. It's kind of being hailed as the same type of thing, but it's not a survival game in the sense that many people on the PC play survival games. It's got elements, and it looks like a great game, but if you ask me, this game kind of looks like what they're trying to do is be the quote-unquote next-gen open-world survival game. And really, all of the survival games are kind of developed not by AAA, because AAA often wants to appeal to the biggest audience possible. Therefore, they often don't really consider modes like permadeath because it can often be alienating to a more casual audience. If a game is fully a survival game, it is by definition not for casual players, and Escape from Tarkov really doesn't look like it's going to be a casual favorite, so to speak. Pretty much everything about the game bleeds hardcore, and while I can't say whether the game plays good or not, it looks pretty solid. All of the things that the developers talk about in their developer diaries about how fluid the gameplay is, if you're going off of the footage that's being shown, seems to be pretty true. Now, there is a beta coming up, and when that comes out, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to give you a little bit better impressions on the game, whether it is actually worth the hype or not. But as of right now, it's probably the most promising in-development survival game outside of the AAA studio system. But keep in mind, we're saying that without having played the game, so I would say that the hype train hasn't become a runaway train just yet. However, it is something to be optimistic about, and we'll be following Escape from Tarkov from here. Is Tarkov, or even just the open world survival genre, interesting to you in general? Let's have a discussion about that in the comments. Also, if you found this video informative or entertaining, please do us a big favor and click the like button. And if you're not subscribed to GameRanks, now is a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every single day of the week, and the best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. As always, we thank you very much for watching this video, and we will see you again right here next time on GameRanks.
No tutorial. Maybe it's over here. Scav PMC. Is it under that? I don't see the tutorial level. Where's the tutorial level? What the f is this? What are these people? Where's tutorial? What the f is this? Where's my tutorial? What the f? What's shaking, nerds? Welcome back to another video. My name's Geeksay, and today I'm going to be your tutorial level for Escape from Tarkov. This game does not hold your hand. It is very, very discouraging sometimes because you're just like, how did I die? How did I just die? And most of the time, guys, it's probably because you don't understand the game well enough. And that's what my job today is going to be, is to help you understand the game more. So today we're going to be breaking down what med kits do. It's not as simple as just one item heals all. It's way more than that. I'm going to be showing you what map you should start on first, what gear you should be using, where to sell your items, what items you should be keeping and what items you should be selling, basic and advanced controls, and I'm going to be showing you guys so much more. I'm going to be telling you little tidbits along the way. So let's just jump in here right away, and I'm going to show you where I start. The first place we want to go into is our character screen. And here you're going to see everything you get to start with. You get to start with some tactical rigs, 2 backpacks, you get an assault rifle, you get 6 pistols, you get some magazines for it, some bullets for it, and 300 rubles. If you guys don't know, rubles is the main currency of the game, so that's something to keep in mind. And you also have a whole bunch of items that are blacked out here, and to reveal them, you have to search them. You can either right click on them if you want, or an easier, faster way is just press the middle mouse button. So we're going to do that and just reveal everything in our inventory. While we're doing that, we might as well go to our trading screen and see all the traders. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just reveal everything that they have, because a lot of their items we haven't searched yet. So we're just going to do that to everything. And one thing I want to point out, in the bottom right corner, you'll see that we're gaining experience. Every time you do this to an item you haven't found yet, you gain a little bit of experience. So that's something to keep in mind. So let's now get ready for our first raid. What I'm going to tell you guys to do right off the bat is take pretty much everything off. Just put everything into your inventory, and all we're going to do is use a pistol. You can pick between which pistol you want to use. I'm just picking this one. And if you don't know which pistol ammo goes in what, all you have to do is unload it and then just put the other one in just to double check, you know what I mean? I'm not going to use that. I am going to bring extra bullets, and I'm going to bring one of each med. Now this is something really important. I'm putting it into my alpha container. I'm bringing 1 extra cheese up there, and I'm going to show you guys why right now. So this pouch section is where your alpha goes. So if you have the base version of the game, you get an alpha. If you have the Edge of Darkness edition, you get the Gamma, which is a 3x3. Whatever it is, guys, they all do the same thing. Whatever is in this container, even if you die, you get to keep. So if you find a task item that you really need, put it in here. If you find a super rare key, or if you find rubles, everything that you put in here, even if you die, you get to keep. Just remember that. It's really important for this game, guys. So I put 1 of each med type into my pouch just in case we need it, and I even put an extra AI2 up in my pockets. And you guys might not know what each and every med does, so let me break it down for you the easiest way I know, and that's with kind of fancy screens here. Let's go to the fancy screens. This is your starter med kit. It's called the AI2, or some people refer to it as pieces of cheese. All this does is restores HP. It can heal 100 points of HP, just 1 of these, and the max heal per use is 50. So say, you have 70 damage to your leg. If you put this on your leg, it'll only heal 50, and then you have to use it again. Now, a bandage doesn't heal HP at all. It actually just removes an ailment called blood loss. So what happens is, if you get into a really big gunfight,
I'm downloading it, and then I'll see your download coming along. Crazy.
A lot of times you're going to have this symbol somewhere on your body. And if this symbol comes up, What it means is even if every single ligament of yours, everything is at full 100% HP, you're still going to be losing HP over time. The more you run, the more blood's going to come out, so you're going to lose HP faster, and that's because you have a wound that you have to use a bandage on. So you have to remove that blood loss, and the only way to do that is with this bandage. The Immobilizing Splint is the last of the 3 health items you start with. It removes fractures, so let's just say you fall from a really high cliff, or you get into a gunfight and something breaks. The splint is going to remove the fracture, so you're going to see this symbol somewhere on your body. What this does is, say you have a fracture on your leg, what you're going to have to do now is you're going to only be able to limp, and your speed is cut in half. Or say it's on your arm, your aiming's really, really terrible. You're not going to be able to aim precisely. So this is something really good to have, because you don't want to pimp walk to extract. I'll tell you that right now. People will peg you off really easily. Another item you can get from Therapist level 1, but you just don't start in your inventory right away, is a thing called Painkillers. And what they do is, say you get into a gunfight and you get one of your limbs blacked out. And what that means is, say your arm is 75 HP out of 75. If you get into a gunfight and it goes down to 0, you can't heal it. It doesn't matter if you have an AI2 or a bandage or a splint, it's gone. So what you can do is you can pop one of these painkillers and it'll be like nothing happened for 230 seconds. Or say this happens to your leg. If your leg gets blacked out, you're pimp walking everywhere. So it's always good to have painkillers also, because if you do get something blacked out, you can pop a painkiller and just get to extract as soon as possible. I don't want to discourage you and be like, shit, I need to bring like 6 friggin' first aid items always in with me at the raid. You don't. Eventually you unlock better first aid kits, and these first aid kits will not only restore HP, but they will restore blood loss. So that means they're acting like a bandage and an AI2 in one. So don't get discouraged. Eventually you'll unlock these and you won't have to worry about carrying around bandages anymore. Hell, down the road, you actually get the Grizzly first aid unlocked. And not only does this restore HP, not only does it remove the blood loss, but it also removes fractures. But the downside to this is it is a 2x2 item, which means it does take up a lot of space in either your gamma, in your backpack, or in your rig. But just to let you know, there is an ultimate first aid kit. It just does have a downside also. When you first go to Escape from Tarkov here, so we can get to go play a map, you're going to see you're going to be able to choose either your PMC, which is your main character, or you're going to be able to choose a scav. When you're playing as a PMC, you're going to be fighting real players, and you're going to be fighting computer players, which are called scavs.
Dragon what shit?
They usually don't have a lot of good
I got an
equipment on them,
MSI, so I got this Dragon Center.
Usually they're just bots, but sometimes
like
they do
this
headshot you from fucking 50 yards away. But we'll get to that later. So you can play as one of these bots.
Basically.
So what happens is, if you jump into a match as a scav, the other scavs aren't going to attack you because you're a friendly to them. But you have to remember that once you do attack one scav, the rest will turn on you. The cool thing about this is it doesn't cost you any rubles for whatever random setup you have. The scav that you have up is always random, so you might get a different gun next time, you might get a different everything's different about them. But the cool thing is if you survive as a scav, then you get to keep whatever you got on the map. So if you kill one juicy player as a scav and you make it out of there, you get all their juicy loot. It's awesome. It's great. But you have to remember there is a cooldown on being a scav. So if you die as a scav, you have to wait 10 more minutes till you can play as one again. We are going to be playing as our PMC though. And now we get to choose one of the 6 maps that are available to us. There are a lot of maps on here, but there are only 6 that we can choose. And in 0.12 coming, there's going to be an extra map added. But the one that I'm going to tell you guys to be focused on and learn first is Customs. This is the map you want to play first. A lot of the starting tasks are on Customs, and to be honest, I just think it's the easiest map to learn. It's just really simplistic. It's either west to east or you're going to east to west. There's not much north to south. It's not that big of a map, so this is the easiest one to wrap your head around at first. The other thing I really like about this is the main extracts are always the same for the player. It just is dependent on where you start on the map. So by extracts, if you guys don't know, every map has a different timer. So, you know, one map could be 50 minutes, another map could be 30, some could be 60, some could be 55 minutes. And all that means is you have to get to one of your extract points within that time to survive, because if you don't, you die. So with customs, if you start on the east side of the map, your main extract is always Crossroads. Where if you start on the west side of the map, your main extract is always ZB 101. So this is really convenient for when you are a new player and you don't know all the extracts. It's hard to memorize them. So I like starting on customs because, again, it's really simplistic. As you can see, it's not that huge of a map. There's a lot to it, of course, but again, the main extracts are Crossroads and ZB 101. It all depends on where you start, but I will show you in game on how to check which one you got to go to. You also get the choice of if you want to go daytime, which is the 15-13 obviously, or at nighttime. You can do a night raid, but I'm always going to tell you right now, start always on day maps. You always want to start on day maps. The next screen says I don't have a map in my inventory. You can, if you want, get a map from Therapist. It costs you some rubles. You can put it in your inventory, so it does take up one slot. But the map kind of sucks. It just doesn't look that good compared to this map that I just used. Now, what I'm going to tell you to do is, if you have a second monitor, if you have a tablet, if you have your phone handy, if you have a laptop, I'm going to put down a link down below to all the maps in game and detailed maps for each map. That sounds weird, but you know, you get my drift. There's better maps on the internet than there is in the game. So don't buy a map unless you absolutely have to. I highly recommend just going to the link down below and opening it up on, again, your phone or your tablet, and just follow along while you're playing. The next screen here is where, if you want to, you can enable offline mode. Offline mode is something that you should be using right away when you first get this game, because you don't know how to play, you don't know the map, you don't know the extracts. You should be enabling offline mode and just goofing around. The upside is you don't lose anything, but the downside is, say you kill like 20 scavs and you get all this good loot, you don't get to keep that loot at all. So remember, if you do enable offline mode, you can enable PvP if you want, or you can just run around the map alone just to learn it. And one other thing I want to let you guys know is, if you enable offline mode, use something you would use in raid. Don't be like, oh, I got this cool kit from this player, I'm scared to use, you know, in a real online mode, I'm gonna try it in offline mode. There's no real point. You can try it, just have fun and whatnot, but you should be only using items that you're gonna use in online mode, so you get used to them more, so that you get the feel for them. And other than that, just have fun. You know, offline mode, you can have a lot of fun, and you can enable it so that the AI difficulty is hard, easy. I like to keep everything as online so it stays consistent as if I was playing an online raid. There are a couple more things that I want to show you guys before we go into our first online raid. And the next thing I want to show you is we have to go back to our trader screen. In this game, you also get given tasks or quests from every trader. Some of them have tasks for you right away, and some you have to wait until you're a certain level. In the top right corner, you can see that your only current level with Prapper is level 1. To get them to level 2, where you can buy, you know, better guns, better ammo, you have to do some certain tasks. So one is you have to be level 5. The second one is your loyalty level has to be 0.2. And the third thing is you have to spend 1 million rubles with them. So it's either you buying stuff from them, or the stuff you sell to them also counts towards this number. Now, you completing tasks ups the loyalty level. So that 0.2, to up it, you have to complete tasks for Prapper. So let's go up to the taskbar here at the top, and the last thing I want to show you before we go in raid, though, is the controls. I know it sounds silly, but there's so many basic and advanced controls in this game, and there's a lot of things people don't even know you can do, and I want to give you a little leg up on the competition. So I'm going to break down some basic and advanced controls just so you know before you get into raid. The first one I'm going to show you is shift. So while you're zooming in with the weapon, or your ADS with your weapon, shift will hold your breath and it'll steady your aim, so you'll be able to get that headshot on that scavvy boy that you want. So we're looking down the scope without holding shift, and you'll be able to tell right away when I press shift. Boom, there's shift. Look at how centered that is now. So it's something you really should be using, even if you're just using iron sights. B switches between firing modes of a gun, so if your gun does have an automatic firing mode and a single fire mode, B will switch this up. So if you're shooting long range, you know, go single fire. If you're going to get into some close quarter, you can get into automatic. This is something you should be switching back and forth, or if you just want, you can leave it on one or over the other. Something I just want to quickly show is in the bottom right hand corner, when I switch fire mode, it says I went into full auto. L makes it so you can inspect your weapon. If you press shift plus T, you can look in the chamber and see if there's a bullet in it. Tab will bring up your inventory. Alt T will take out your mag and check your remaining ammo and what type of ammo is in the gun. Again, looking at the bottom right, you can see that we have full ammo. We're using 5.5645 and it's M995. Pressing R just reloads your gun, but if you double tap R, you're going to do a quicker reload, but you have to remember your mag falls to the ground, and after your fight, just make sure you pick it back up. If you do have a flashlight or a laser on your gun, you can press T and it'll toggle it on and off.
Sup, Sephiroth? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, man. I'm getting ready to play Tarkov. My first experience in Tarkov.
Some lasers
let me update the stream information.
You might have the red laser on and you like green, so you can put on green by pressing Control T. Also, there's a thing called infrared laser, so at nighttime when you're using night vision goggles, it's better to use that. So some sites do have different reticles. So the PK06, which I'm going to be using in this video, if you press Alt right click, it'll switch between, say, a red dot to a T red dot, and so forth and so forth. So to test that out, all you have to do is press Alt plus right mouse click. Later on down the road, you're going to be able to use a long range scope and say a red dot sight, and to switch between them, you're going to press Control and right mouse click. G will toss your grenades. Now, C is to crouch. That's a basic movement skill, but to go to the next level of crouch, if you want, you can press C and then mouse wheel scroll up and down, and it'll crouch you a certain height, so you don't have to just do the generic C crouch. You can crouch just a little or just a lot, you know what I mean? I'm going to show you here.
Oh shit, you can control the crouch height?
With Q and E, it'll let you lean left or right.
Yes, and lean angle and everything else.
Yeah.
Now to take up this leaning up a notch, if you press Alt D or Alt A, it'll slowly lean you right or slowly lean you left. To examine items, you can right click on them and then press examine, but a faster way to do this is just press the middle mouse button down. Pressing the delete key will drop items in your inventory. So if you pick up something you don't want, or you just want to quickly get rid of shit, just press delete. If you watch some EFT streamers, they might quickly put stuff into their either equipment slot or into their bag, and you wonder how did they do it so quickly without dragging the stuff onto it. Here's how you do it. So if you press Control left click, it puts the items into your bag and rig without dragging, and if you Alt left click, it equips items fast without dragging. And one last thing is to see how much time is left in the map, or if you want to see where your extractions are, you can either press O or you double tap O. So we're going to do our first online raid, and after this raid I'm going to show you guys what to keep and what not to keep, how to get rid of gear fear, and where to sell everything to. Like if you have a gun, where do you sell the gun? And also during this online raid I'm going to show you a couple little bit of tidbits on you know, your equipment, when you're grabbing equipment, and so forth and so forth. So stick around here, you guys, we got a raid coming up. Just before we jump into our first raid, I want to show you guys 3 things that I think you should be on the hunt for, because they're such good trades early on. So if you guys don't know, you guys can trade items for other items to the dealers, and these are the 3 that are really common items that you'll find all around Tarkov, and they're worth their weight in gold when you find them, especially early game. So the first one is matches. If you can find 2 matches, which is very common, you can get 1 painkiller out of it. Great trade. You're going to be able to find a lot of matches early game, so stick them into your backpack, into your pockets, because painkillers are something you're going to be using over and over again. The next thing is duct tape. If you find 2 duct tape, it's a car first aid kit. And remember what I said, these car first aid kits act like a bandage and an AI2, but they're so much better. Like an AI2 only has 100 HP points it'll heal. This, 220. Again, duct tape, really common item. You're going to find all around Tarkov, especially early game. These things are worth their weight in gold also. And the last thing is the Zibo Lighter. Now, these aren't so common, but common enough that you will find them. And if you get 2 of them, you can trade them to Skier for a hand grenade. And hand grenades, that's where my game changed, you guys. Once I got a hold of grenades and I started using them, they're so deadly, especially if you're only using a handgun. And say you're in customs and you find the raid boss there, you can clear a good chunk of the raid bosses just with 1 grenade, grab their stuff, and then start mowing them down. So these are the 3 trades that I say are on the top of my list. So if you see these items and you have room, definitely snag them. So the screen right before you go into the map, it's called the insurance screen. So what you can do here is if you click on, say, your gun, you can insure it for some sort of amount of rubles. It depends. Every gun's different, all the equipment's different. If it's a really expensive gun, it's going to cost you a lot more to insure. But what happens is, say you die from a scav, because it happens, even if you're fully geared, sometimes you die from just scavvy boys. Say you die from a scav, if no one picks up your equipment in that raid, you're going to get it back in 24 hours. So you have to think, is this, you know, is this handgun worth insuring right now? Like if I die, should I try to get this handgun back? No, I don't care. It's just a handgun. It's going to cost me quite a bit to insure it, so what's the point of insuring it? But there are some items you might want to insure when you're more, you know, fully kitted. When you got armor and a helmet and a good gun, that's when you probably want to insure your items. So just remember that. When you first spawn, it shows you your timer, your exfils where you have to extract, and then it'll show you some other exfils that are question marks. So the exfils that are question marks means they might be open, they might not be. So with Smuggler's Boat, if we go there, there's usually a campfire on if it's available. So there's little cues like that, but a guaranteed exfil is, like I said, Crossroads. So that means we started on the west side of the map. Now to get to Crossroads, it's all the way on the other side of the map in the east.
What?
We
The
do
game's
know
got a
it is
queue.
available, so we're going to use that one.
Probably because it was just wiped.
So here we're coming up to a place where I know has some loot boxes, so we're going to take a peek at what's inside here. Splints, always a good thing. We're going to search whatever that is. It's a blood set. We don't really need it at the moment, but bandages, that's an army bandage. So that has 2 bandages in one, that green bandage there. I don't really have a lot of room for items, so right now I'm just looking for guns pretty much because our pockets are now full. So the only thing we can really grab now is pretty much just a gun. Okay, I hear a couple of shots off in the distance. I don't want to go after him because I only have a pistol, and I don't know if it's a player or a scav, so I'm just going to stay clear. We're going to come up to the 2-story dorm here. Okay, so we hear some massive gunfire. It's from an automatic AK or something. So I know that's definitely a player, so I want to stay away from that. So we're just gonna stay clear of dorms right now. We're not gonna go in here. I don't want a chance that there's a PMC in here and I only have a pistol and they probably have something way, way better. I'm coming up to an area where I know there's usually like a scabby boy.
Yeah, I'll be
there he
back
is.
in.
There was a scabby boy. So usually there's one on this road. So I want to try to take him out so I can grab his stuff and we can get a little bit better loot. Okay, four times is the lucky number, I guess, not 3. So we killed him. I'm gonna reload here. I'm making sure that there's no one around. Also, I'm not rushing to him too fast because there is a chance someone else could be around, like another scav or whatnot. Not the greatest gun, but it is better than our pistol for sure. And we did get a rig out of this, which is really good. So we've got a rig, we got some rubles. I'm gonna take those rubles and I'm gonna put them definitely in our gamma. Or sorry, in our alpha. Sorry, I'm used to saying gamma. Coming into this hole in the wall, I know there's usually some scavs around here, so I'm just gonna take a peek. There is one. Boom, put him down. One shot, baby. Okay, I know in here there's a little crate we're gonna search. Nothing too important. Okay, I hear another scavvy boy. Oh, through a flashbang. Didn't get me though. And boom, boom. Sit down. I decided I do want that hex because it's gonna be worth something. Here's the thing, guys. The more you fill up, the better it is. And there's something that just happened, guys. We didn't have room in our rig, So if you don't have room for the clip in your rig, then you have to throw it. It'll be thrown out. So we got some armor from this guy. That's awesome. And we definitely got a way better rig. So we're going to take that. Oh, I want that. And we're going to get rid of that rig. Get rid of that rig. There we go. Again, splint's always good. I like that. Because again, I always want something on my face. It's a face cover. At least it covers half your face. And this is the end of the raid, guys. We're just going to get to extraction. Extraction's very close to here. I'm just going to pick up a couple more things. We finally got a backpack here. Backpacks are so useful at the beginning. So we're definitely taking that. And he has an extra TT pistol. We'll take that. One thing I didn't do in this raid, which I should have, is I definitely know he has ammunition, magazines or clips, sorry, in his rig. I didn't take them. That was a very foolish mistake of mine that, you know what, I didn't do. So now we're at extract. I'm gonna just check quickly this one van because it does have a 310 key sometimes in it. On the seat there, it's not there. And we're extracting. So there's a successful beginner raid. We got 2 new weapons out of it, 3 actually if you count the TT pistol. And now you're gonna go back to your inventory and you're gonna say to yourself, now what the hell do I keep? What do I sell? And where do I sell it to? Like, who do I sell this stuff to? And guys, I'm gonna jump into that right now. Now you come back to your inventory screen and you got all this stuff. You're wondering, okay, what do I keep here? Obviously, we're gonna keep the main guns. The armor is always good. But what about that HDD drive? You know, the damaged hard drive, the hex, the red hex rail I have. Do I keep those? Do I need them for later for a task? I just don't know. So here's a picture, you guys, and I'm gonna put the link down below to this picture. And this is all the items you eventually need for tasks. So it's better to, you know, get ahead of things and know, okay, I do need, say, you know, 4 of those or 5 of those, or if I get these, or if, you know what, this isn't for a task at all. I don't know what it's even for, so let's just sell it. But now you have the issue of where do you sell these items to? Like, what trader will give you the most money? And don't worry, I've got you right now. One really confusing aspect of selling items to traders is the fact that you would just think, hey, Prapper sells me ammo, I'd sell him ammo. Ragman sells me armor and such. I'm just gonna sell the armor to him because he'll probably sell or buy it back for the most. It's not true. It's actually quite the opposite most of the times. Now, this is the best rule possible if you want the most rubles, but remember, sometimes you do need to level up traders to get them to the next level, and if you want to do that, then sell to that one trader, but just know you are losing money doing that. So the first trader we're going to talk about is Prapper. The only thing you're really going to sell to him is grenades. For Therapist,
all right, get on. Waiting for this game to start. I'm in, Dave. I'm gonna play this game.
You are?
You
sound awfully convinced.
I'm not. I feel like I'm gonna be in pain for a while.
Oh, you will, and you'll like it.
You say it's a military tactical shooter, right?
Mm-hmm. Game's gonna teach you to communicate.
Oh, I can communicate, bro.
The amount of team kills you'll have in this game. Man, you don't know what you're talking about yet.
Right, as you queue in, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back, boys. I'll sub stream. All right, let's see what Tarkov's got for us. Let's figure out where the noise is coming from. What? 3 buckshots to the face and the guy didn't die? So what's the kill range for the shotgun? Yeah, I can see that. Mm-hmm. The guy is full armor. They have gone for a melee kill there. Ninja mode. Tarkov gear. Yeah, you're not looking at the webcam, are you? You should. in the middle of it. It's not a good position to be in. I opened the door.